Today's Flex Fit class is going to be kneeling exercises. And so if you know that you have silly knees that require special attention, please go grab some knee pads or some cushioning, or you can always take your yoga mat and kind of make it into one of those layer cakes and put your knees down onto them and make sure that your knees feel really, really good. We will be starting on our hands and knees, and then we'll be moving to our knees after, and then child's pose at the very, very end. So for today's class, everyone's starting to come in. Let me get rid of this screen and make it big. All right, so for today's class, not totally necessary, but I have a yoga block and we'll only be using it for like a few exercises. So no worries if you don't have a yoga block. Maybe you have one left over from yesterday's class. Or maybe you have your stack of books. The stack of books will also be helpful. All right, so if you missed it, we're going to be on our knees. So if your knees feel ornery, put some cushioning underneath. You can take your mat and do one of these, maybe once or twice, more times, whatever you need. Make yourself nice and comfortable. And then we're going to start on our hands and knees. So tabletop position right away, all the way down, taking care that your arms are stacked right underneath your shoulders, knees are right underneath your hips, and that your feet are parallel behind you and the tops of the toes are resting onto the floor. And then wherever you are, take 2 deep breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Maybe you imagine yourself as a strong table on the floor. And then start to rock your body front and back, very, very gently. You can start small and move up to larger. Try to press down into the floor with your palms and your fingertips at the same time. And only go through whatever range of motion your wrists are giving you at this moment. Notice if you have hypermobile joints, try not to go into that hyperflexion of the elbows. Keep your arms strong and straight. And then start to draw circles around your wrists, transferring weight now from fingers to palms and all the way back around. And just breathe, little tiny motion. And you should feel the muscles circling up your arms a little bit. Reverse the direction of your circle. And then make your way back to your center. And find equal weight again between your palms and your knees. And we'll do our cat and cow pose. So take a deep breath in. Let your exhale drop your belly down. Stretch your tailbone up. Press your chest forward between your arms in front. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Stretch your neck long, chin up to the sky. Take another deep breath in. Fill your chest up full of air. And this time on your exhale, pull your belly button deep toward your spine. Round your body up, chin into chest. Looking at your belly button. Shoulders round forward. And then on your next inhale, visit that cow pose again, but take it slow. Really fill your body up full of air. And then when there's no more air can be got, you exhale. Cat pose. Arching and rounding, pushing down to go up. Keep going at your own speed, using your breath. Do one more time, cat and cow. And when all the air is gone, return back to your neutral spine. With your toes together, sink your hips onto your heels, stretch your arms out in front and relax your forehead onto the floor. Take 2 deep breaths in a child's pose. Keep your hips onto your heels as much as you can. We're gonna roll up to a kneeling position. So chin to chest, stack yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. And then come all the way up. We're gonna bring our arms out in front and circle our wrists all the way around and just breathe. If you can, squeeze your butt. It's always a good thing to squeeze your butt. All right, reverse your circles. And then open and close your fist as fast as you can. And while you do, bring one arm up and one arm down in front of your body and just breathe. Excellent. And then shake out your hands. And we're going back to hands and knees. So bring your legs back to parallel, tops of the toes resting onto the floor. Arms back underneath your shoulders. And then give yourself a little bit of front and back until you found your center again. So equal weight in the center. And then bring your right leg out to the back with a straight leg and a flexed foot. Send energy out through that heel. We're gonna lift the leg up and down for 8, 7, squeeze your butt, 6, 5, 4, 3, trying to keep the rest of your body still, 2, last one, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it there, point and flex your toes, try not to bend your knee, breathe. If you're feeling good, you can extend your left arm forward by your ear. Keep breathing. Circle your ankle all the way around. Reverse your circle. This is my noisy ankle, it's so noisy. Woo! All right, let's stop here. Float your arm down if it's up, and then keep that back foot flexed. Bend your knee and kick the sky for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower it down and then sink into your child's pose, into your right hip if that feels good for you. Relax. Take 2 deep breaths. Use an exhale to push yourself back to your hands and knees. And then make sure you're stacked underneath your joints again. Fingers spread wide onto the floor. Maybe you shift forward and back a few times before you found your center. Whoa. And then extend your left leg back. Straight leg. Flex foot. I'm going into the wall. Here we go. Engage your abs. Stretch the leg up. Kick the heel up for 8, 7. Inhale. Exhale. Don't move your body. Just the leg. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Pulse for 8, 7, 6. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2. And then keep it there. Keep that knee straight. Point and flex your toes. If this is working out, you need a challenge. Right arm right beside your ear. Breathe. Keep stretching your fingertips, reaching across to that opposite wall if you can, and then circle your ankle all the way around. Notice if your knee is bending. Try to keep it straight. Reverse your circle. And then stopping here with that flexed foot again, float that hand down, bend your back knee, and kick directly up for 8, 7, 6, 5, keep your abs strong, 4, push down into the floor, 3, 2, 1, lower it down, sink back into your child's pose and relax for 2 deep breaths. You can kind of sink into that left hip if that feels good. And then roll yourself back up. We're going back to our knees. All the way up. All the way up. Make sure your legs are parallel behind you. Tuck your toes underneath. Stay. And then squeeze that low butt, press hips forward, pull your belly button deep toward your spine, shoulders are relaxed, clasp the fists, and circle around the whole time, squeezing your butt. Reverse. Oh my gosh. They've been fighting like every single time before class starts. All right, bend, shake it out. Tops of the toes back onto the floor, back to our hands and knees. All right, spread your fingers wide, make sure you're stacked underneath your joints, maybe shifted forward and back a few times. Find your center again, and then extend your right leg out to the side with a bent knee. We're gonna draw 4 giant circles with our knee. Take it slow, don't move the rest of your body, breathe. Your hip might feel like it's cranky, there might be some weird sounds come in. That's normal. Reverse your circles. Timing it with your breath. Exhale to lift. Squeeze your butt. Woo. And then extend that leg out to the side with a flexed foot. Straight leg. Lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then a pulse for 8, 7, stay strong. Woo! 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes, swipe it back. Take your child's pose, relax, let it go. 2 deep breaths. Use an exhale to push yourself back to hands and knees. Take a moment, make sure you're stacked, centered, abs are engaged, and then left leg start. Send it out to the side with a bent knee, and then draw your 4 giant circles. Take it slow, think of it as like a massage for your hip. Trying to smooth out whatever those things are in there. It's like, da-da-da-da-da-da. Whew. And then reverse the direction of your circle. Exhaling to give that effort. When you're done with all those circles, extend that leg out straight, flex foot right out from your hip. Lift and lower for 8, 7, squeeze your butt. 6, 5, 4, staying strong. 3, get ready to pulse. 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Point your toe, swipe it back. Take your child's pose. Rest. 2 deep breaths. Keep your hips onto your heels as much as you can. Roll up through your spine. Come into our knees. All the way up. Knees underneath hips. Parallel feet behind. Tuck the toes under. Squeeze your butt. Gently pressing your hips forward. You should feel your hips nice and stretched. Belly button pulled to the spine. Let's make our wave, interlacing our fingers, stretching them out. Breathe in. Reverse your wave, keep squeezing your butt. Every exhale, pulse your belly button deeper toward your spine. And then stop here, keep your toes tucked under, keep your butt squeezed, belly button to spine. Inhale, float the right arm up right beside your ear and grow tall. Keep that length, we're gonna exhale, lean directly over to the left. Make sure your shoulders are stacked one on top of the other. And then take another deep breath in. Lengthen your spine a little bit more to find more depth on your exhale. Maybe your left fingertips touch the floor. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, float the arm down. Relaxing breath in and out. All right, make sure you're still squeezing your butt. Abs engaged, left arm, float up. Inhale. Glue it right beside your ear. Exhale, lean to the right. Make sure you're going directly to your side. Inhale to lengthen even more. Exhale, find more depth. Perhaps the right fingertips touch the floor. Let the top of your head take you down deeper. Inhale, come up. Exhale, float the arm down. Bring the tops of the toes to the floor. Bring your toes together, hips onto the heels. Child's pose, relax. 2 deep breaths. All right, let's roll up again. Really try to keep your hips onto your heels and then stack yourself up. That's the sound I imagine it makes in my body. All right, then we're going to, on our knees again, knees underneath hips, parallel feet behind us. Take your right leg forward. Both legs are bent 90 degrees. Bring your hands to your hips. We're gonna have a little pelvic thrust here, so arch your tailbone back, reach your tailbone up, and then exhale, belly button to spine, pressing your left hip forward. That's all we're gonna do, rocking in and out for 8. Exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, and then the last one, we're gonna stay. Belly button pulls deep toward your spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze your left butt, press your hip a little bit more forward, pull those deep inside hip flexor muscles down. And then keep this going on. Inch your right leg forward 3 or 4 inches. But make sure you're not going like this. Keep yourself stacked. And then keep squeezing your left butt, right hand on right hip. Inhale, left arm up, grow tall. Keep the length. Exhale, lean over to the right. Again, stacking your shoulders. And then another inhale to lengthen. Exhale, you maybe bend over a little bit more deeper. Squeeze your left butt. Pull your belly button deep toward your spine. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands down. Pull your right leg back. Take your child's pose and relax. 2 deep breaths. All right, roll back up. Here we go. Chin stays into the chest. You are a candy cane that has melted, that has come back to life like a zombie candy cane. And then rise all the way back up. Back to the place, this time with our left leg forward. Make sure that your both legs are parallel. Oh my gosh. And then like the back leg, make sure that it is in line with your hips. Sometimes it goes like that, you know. Make sure it's directly in back. And then hands back to your hips. This time you're gonna feel it in that right hip crease. Squeeze your right butt. Arch your tailbone up and back. Exhale, belly button to spine for 8. Inhale, exhale. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Sometimes like weird stuff happens. Try to keep them relaxed, just the hips. 4, 3, 2, and then last one, stay. Belly button to spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, make it deeper. Squeeze your butt. All right, then keep this configuration here. Inch your left foot forward like 3 or 4 inches. Remember, don't take your chest with you. Keep yourself stacked. Left hand stays on the hip. Inhale, right arm up by the ear. Grow tall. Keep that length. Exhale over to the left. Let out all of the air. And then another inhale lengthens your spine even more. So you can find more depth on your next exhale. Squeeze your right butt. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands down. Pull that left leg back and take your child's pose and relax for 2 deep breaths. Great. Roll yourself back up through your spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. One more thing on our knees here in that double 90 position. So take your right leg forward again. Make sure both legs are still parallel, pressing the tops of the toes down into the floor. And then this time we're gonna bring our arms out to this side like airplane wings. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull your belly button deep toward your spine, squeeze your left butt. Keep yourself stacked over this bottom left leg and lift your right knee for 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we're gonna stay for 2 of your own breaths. So take it on your own time, try to lift and breathe. Once you're done with that task, float it down. Relax in your child's pose. Excellent. Take 2 deep breaths. Reset before that next side. All right, real good roll up. Here we go. Chin into chest. Use an inhale. All right, let's do the other side. Let's find our balance here. So stepping that left leg forward, making sure you have a good balancing point. Those legs are parallel. Strong leg pressing down into the floor. Arms out for stability. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Belly button is spine. Right glute is squeezed. Lift left knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, stay for your own 2 breaths. The struggle makes us stronger, and then lower it down and take your child's pose. Let it all go. 2 deep breaths. All right, keep your hips onto your heels. Last roll up. Here we go. All the way up. And now we're going to face front. But still make sure that the tops of your toes are resting onto the floor here. And I've got my block. So if you have a block or some books, you're going to first stack them over to the right. Excellent. The kitty is right there, and I'm like, he's going to knock that thing over again. Must be the wind. All right, we're going to set our right hand onto the block, making sure your fingers are toward the front. And I've got my thumb wrapped around, I'm just holding on to it. And then extend your left leg out to the side, hand on the hip. Again, press the hips forward, squeeze that left butt. Flex your right foot, kick the heel to lift the leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, squeeze your butt, squeeze to lift. 2, last one, find your max. Whew. Pulse in that max for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. And then take this arm, exhale. Inhale to circle, open your chest, look to the back wall. Exhale as you come down. Inhaling it up. 2 more this way. Last giant circle. Before we reverse. Now inhale to open your chest, stretch up, look up. Exhale it down. Keep going, really use your breath. Last giant circle. Before we take a rest. Whew, coming down. You can either stay like this or like this, whatever feels good for you, but take 2 deep breaths. And then take your block, place it on the other side. What are you doing? All right, then left hand on the block, fingers toward the front. Knees stacked underneath the hip. This one is extended out to the side, flexed foot, strong leg, squeeze glute, hand onto hip, lift that leg for 8, 7. So the leg is parallel, the knees toward the front, toes toward the front, not up to the sky. 3, this is our side butt. 2, last one, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, and then arms swoop. Exhale. Inhale. Giantest circles ever in the world. Really using your breath. Keep squeezing your right butt. And after this giant swoop, we reverse it. So arm comes down, and then inhale to swoop up and back. Exhale to come around. Keep going. Use your breath. Last one. Biggest one in the world. And then give yourself a break. Relax either here or here, whatever feels good for you at this moment. And take 2 deep breaths. Then take your block. We're going to put it back into this right side here. Same thing with our hand. Same place. Same hip. Blah. But this time, we're going to bend this knee into our nose. Grab onto your ankle. And then use an inhale to smell your knee. And then exhale. Kick the leg out, stretching the leg behind you until it is straight. Open your chest, look up, look for your foot. And then smell your knee again. Inhale. Round. Exhale. Arch. And only go as much as your own personal body is giving you, and take your time. We're doing 4 total, but if 4 is not happening, do as many as you can and breathe. You got 1 more. Once all the air is gone, bring yourself back to your kneeling position and take a deep breath. Then take your block, set it up on the other side. Hand same way, fingers toward the front, stack yourself up, and then bring that knee up into your nose, grab onto your ankle, inhale the knee closer. Exhale strong, kick the leg back behind you, trying to straighten it, but at the same time, look up, chest open, breathe. Exhale. Inhale. Remember, you can go at your own speed. Really use your own breath and feel how your breath moves your body through these positions, arching and reaching. Good. 1 more. Once all the air is gone, lower yourself down, relax. Take 2 deep breaths. Whew. Oh my gosh, the kitties are now fighting again. Kitty, stop. All right, we won't need this block anymore. We're just gonna sit up onto our knees. Make sure your knees are right underneath your hips, and then the tops of your toes are on the floor, and then you can still squeeze your butt. No harm in doing that. We're gonna take our hands like a book right in front of us with palms facing you, and then gentle pressure as you roll your fingers in, giving the back of your hand a nice massage after all we've just done. Just breathe. Sending that calming energy to my kitties right now. Chill out, kitties. I know it's windy outside. Reverse the circle. And then bring your hands together, and then gentle pressure with all the fingers, right and left. And then 1 at a time with the fingers. And then bring one of your arms in front, maybe right arm, and then take your left hand, pull back all the fingers, thumbs included. And then this one, especially if you have hypermobile joints, make sure you're not doing that. You've got that elbow soft, and you're engaging the muscle to keep it in the joint. Take a deep breath. And then take the elbow of that arm and cross it across your body, Relax those hands, take a deep breath. And then still holding onto that elbow, you're gonna take it over to that right ear and then reach your right hand down and back. Sit up tall, take a deep breath. All right, let's do our left hand or the other one, whichever one you did do. First, taking back all those fingers, thumbs included, taking care that you're protecting your joints there. Deep breath. And grabbing onto that elbow, pulling that arm across gently. Maybe you find where that shoulder feels good in the joint there. Take a deep breath. And then bringing that left arm up by the ear, reaching your left hand behind your back, but still staying up tall. So if you're like this, maybe loosen up a little bit to make sure that you can stay up tall. Take a deep breath. Ah. And that's all I have for you today. If you're feeling like you need a child's pose, take a child's pose even with the arms out or arms back with your palms up. Both of those feel really good. Feel free to lay on the floor. Feel free to do something else like Marina's conditioning class at noon. That happens every Monday and Wednesday, and it's also free. It's 30 minutes, and it's a super good time. And I hope you guys feel really good. I hope your knees feel okay after all those kneeling exercises. Those are some of my favorites, and today we worked our whole body. I hope you feel really good. Thank you so much for working out with me.